streaming for 23 minutes. I don't give a shit. I really don't. It's bullshit. It's race 14 of the series. I stream whenever I fucking feel like. I stream it whenever I fucking feel like. Oh, there we go. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to the race 14 of the Samsung Cup Series. And here we are, the starting grid for the Jegs 355 at the Glen. Starting in row number 1 is Cart Friesen and Grant Hoover. Row 2, Cesar Chavez, Giovanni Barraza. Row 3, Addison Steinbeck, Gatlin Downey. Row 4, Stephen Carmota, Nicholas Ray Jr. Row 5, Haley Wish, Alex Muñaco. Row 6, Jay Durrell, Nia Deverett. Row 7, Allison Rose, T.J. Smith. Row 8, T.J. Curtis, Robert Harrison. Row 9, Priya McShane, David Pez. Row 10, Tim Foster, Caleb Campbell. Row 11, Cyrus McGee, Eli Bright. Row 12, Daniel Boyles, Jake Galloway. Row 13, Eric Monaco, Peter Ronjak. Row 14, Scott Roush, Witt. Row 15, Jeremiah Dwayne, Brandon Shaw. Row 16, Aaron Lukes, Patrick Zinch. Row 17, Jeffrey Finguy, Jack Porkins. Row 18, Roger Ray, Patrick Curtis. Row 19, Kyle Springer, Cody Smart. Row 20, DJ Hanley, Jose Mills. And row 21, rounding out the field, Derek Hamill, Christian Vargas. 4 drivers failed to qualify for the race. Those drivers were Anderson Reed, Ryan Kendall, Alex Parker, and Bobby Frazier. So that is your starting grid for this lovely race, and we're gonna just get things going here. So here we go at Watkins Glen International Raceway. Carter Friesen, Grant Hoover. Not Grant, Garrett. It's Garrett or Grant. I always forget Grant. I always forget the driver, the 41's name. I constantly forget him. As here we go, green flag is about to be waving, and that's the bad camera angle. There we go. Green flag in the air. Here we go. 23 laps at the beautiful Glen, as Carter Friesen will get a good jump on the start and be able to clear the 41 of Hoover. Here comes Cesar Chavez in that 66 car. He's already made his way up to second, and Chavez looking find a way already around that 32 of Carter Friesen. And here they come into the bus stop section. Carter Friesen's got a Chavez right up his bum as he exits the bus stop chicane, and Friesen able to keep a hold of that lead from Chavez, as the top, I would say about top 8 have gotten themselves single file, but that 66 is pressuring that 32. Chavez is one of the drivers that is really good on these road races, and Carter Friesen, not really a road racer, and so it was a little bit surprising to see him get the pole here, but he is driving one of the best cars in that garage area, driving for Smart Motorsports. Carter Friesen has not won a race so far this season. I would say this season is definitely worse for him than last season. Last season he was with the Dominance team that was later bought by Aaron Lukes and became Aaron Lukes Racing. As Friesen, he's exactly 100 points behind the points leader, Cyrus McGee. It's definitely an uphill battle for Friesen, but obviously winning a race would put a dent in that points lead of Cyrus McGee. And Cyrus McGee has just been on fire this entire season. And Cyrus did start like in the mid-pack area. There he is back in 21st. Yeah, Cyrus came in with a 33 point lead over his teammate Aaron Lukes, and Robert Harrison was in third. He's 40. Both he and Allison Rose are both 46 points behind, but fifth place, which is Nicholas Wade Jr. on down. The rest of all those chasers are over 50 points behind. See, there's Nicholas Wade Jr. up here in eighth place. Yeah, so yeah, Nicholas Wade Jr. all the way down to Haley Wish in the chase. Uh, they're all over 50 points behind, and what that means is 50 points is a full race worth of points. That's how many points you can possibly gain on the points leader, which is McGee, because first gets to 55, last gets to 5. So you guys subtract, do math, that comes out to 50 total points you really can gain. So yeah, Cyrus McGee can Cyrus McGee can realistically only fall to fourth in points if he has a bad finish. So that's how big of a massive points lead Cyrus McGee really has, and it's just a matter of like who in the world can catch him. As we watch here, battle for second place as Hoover trying to get around Chavez there, and that is obviously what Carter Friesen really likes to see. As there goes Hoover. I thought Hoover had him clear, but here comes Chavez. He was on the right side for those S's going up the hill. And here we come into the bus stop. The 41 will have the advantage going into the bus stop, but then Chavez will have the advantage coming out of the bus stop. As there they go, Chavez able to clear the 41, but here comes the 49. He's breathing down the neck of the 41, but the 76 of Glen Downey breathing down the neck of the 41 of the 49. Now, some usual road racers we usually see up here in the top 10. There is one that is Giovanni Barraza. He is a road racer. Fitzwater Australia Racing, their prime, their number one, like their primary strength is the road races. 3 of their 4 drivers are very good on the road courses. But also, like to send well wishes to everyone in Australia dealing with the bushfires over there. As right 3, Giovanni Barraza doing pretty well right now in 6th. You see the battle right in front of him at a time by trying to get around the 41 of Hoover for 3rd place, and Steinbeck trying to get around him where Hoover will have the advantage coming out of the bus stop, and yes, he will. And Hoover will hang on to the 3rd position, but here comes Glen Downey. He thought he had a look underneath that 49 car of Steinbeck. And some other road racers, real quick, I'd like to mention there is Steven Carmona, who joined this season kind of late, but Carmona is pretty good on these road races. He is in 7th place currently. A couple cars behind Barraza is Jay Darrell, one of the top road course drivers. And he's trying to get around Haley Wish here, and right in a couple spots behind Darrell is his top road course rival Allison Rhodes, right now running in 11th place. And there is Alex Banyaka, also a pretty good road racer, so he's back here in 12th. DJ Curtis also having a nice run in 13th. See 14th, Knight Everett. Back here, Caleb Campbell, who won a road course down in Australia. He's trying to battling with Robert Harrison, so these guys having so this is 16th and 15th, I believe. TJ Smith back here in 17th. 18th, Perry McShane, who won the last race. Diego Pez, who finally breaks that D&Q streak that he's been on, as road courses is his specialty, and he's in here 19th. 20th is Tim Foster, and still back in 21st is our points leader, Cyrus McGee, and that is definitely what everyone up that's ahead of him in the chase wants to see, so they can make a little bit more gains on Cyrus McGee. And second place in points, which is the closest to McGee, 33 points back of McGee, is this guy, Aaron Lukes. He decided to make it 3 wide going into that turn. He's back here in 30th, not having a good race at all. Also, some other chasers you see there having a bad race. There is Scott Roush back in 27th, and 26th is Peter Onjak, who's actually pretty good on these road races, but surprisingly he's having a bad race. So those are, I believe, are all the chases they're running. Just going to scroll back here through the field, see where all the rest of the chases are, and Cody Smart. No, Cody Smart isn't in the chase, but he's back here for a second. And it looks like Patrick Curtis is lost the pack, and he's way behind in 42nd. As you go back up here, 32 of Carter Friesen and the 66 of Cesar Chavez are pulled away from the rest of the field, as they were all battling for position. I see here's a battle here for 5th, 6th, and 7th. Steven Carmona's got himself a pretty good car here in this race, and he's looking underneath that 59 car of Barraza for the 6th position, and he will get it. So the 54 car has got himself a pretty good piece as he looks to make a move on this 49 car going into the bus stop here on the back portion of the field. There goes Carmona. He's going to try to go underneath the 49 here for the first portion, but here comes the dreaded exit of the bus stop, which has gotten a lot of people squirrely and has caused many people to not be able to hang on. But it looks like Carmona was able to hang on pretty well exiting the bus stop as he remains still side by side with the 49 car in the turns to follow the bus stop. There he is. He's still side by side. Steinbeck has the preferred lane in that turn, and Carmona's going to have to, Carmona's not going to be able to do anything with it coming here back to the start finish line. And I see a little bit of separation between these guys in the 41 and the 76 due to their constant battling for position as well. We have a good line of cars. So there's Carmona trying to look underneath the 49 car again. He's going to kind of almost bump him going up the hill, but Steinbeck able to hang on to that car. But here we go, going into the bus stop once again. That 54 has the advantage, but the exit is where Steinbeck will be able to hold on to it. But Carmona's got himself a pretty good exit, but exiting Carmona does not have a good exit, and that will allow Steinbeck to hang on to that position for the brief moment. You see a train of cars behind these two. You see there's the 76 still dogging the 41 car up in front of him. See, it's still a train right now. That is 5th place. Right now, this is 5th place, all the way back to 12th with Alex Benyako. So, pretty good long of cars here. See, there is the 76 car. He's looking underneath the 41 of Hoover and going up the hill where the 76 be able to hang on to it. Yes, he does. The 76 car will be able... Nope, I spoke too soon. Here comes the 41 car back on the 76. And here we go, down into the bus stop. Oh, the 76 has the advantage. And will he be able to clear? Yes, not yet. No, nope, now he will be able to clear as they both use the grass to make the exit of that turn. So move Glen Downey up into the 3rd position here. And behind these two, the 54 still trying to get around that 49 car of Addison Steinbeck. Steinbeck doing a pretty good job of holding that 54 off. But it looks like, I thought maybe this might be the end for Steinbeck here in that 5th position, as Carmona's got himself a really good lap here. And he's able to stay side by side with Steinbeck. Now Carmona has the advantage. The 17 of Nicholas Wade Jr. making a move on the 59 of Barraza. The 43 of Darrell will follow Wade past Barraza, and Carmona will clear Barraza. Wade will clear Barraza, and there goes Jay Darrell trying to get around the 59 car as well as he go here to the back portion of the course to the bus stop chicane. And here they come into the bus stop chicane. Jay Darrell looking. Does he have the advantage? Oh, yes, he has got the advantage going in, but coming off. Darrell does not get a good exit to that chicane, and that will allow the 59 car to hang on to the 8th position. And you see there the Haley Wish in the 37 car, she managed to get around Allison Rhodes for that 10th position. So here they come back to the start finish line. We have 11 laps complete this time by, and our leader still is the 32 of Carter Friesen as Jay Durrell looking back on the 59 car there of Giovanni Barraza. Side by side going down the front hill and going up the back hill. Barraza, he will not be able to hang on to it looks like, and Durrell will be able to clear his teammate for the 8th position. And now up in front of Durrell, Nicholas Wade Jr. showing off his road course strength, going side by side with Addison Steinbach. And it looks like Steinbach will be able to hold on to that 6th position, but you see in front of Steinbach, the 54 car, as soon as he got around Steinbach, he has just taken off. And he is trying to reel in that 41 car before this race is over and get himself up into the 4th position. In front of the 41 car, Glen down here trying to chase down his teammate Chavez and the leader Carter Friesen. He's got 10 laps to do it, but the question will be, can he do it? As Chavez has his nose right on the bumper of the 32 car there of Carter Friesen. And it looks like Friesen able to pull just a slightly bit ahead of the 66 car. And Smart Motorsports, they only have one win this season, opposed to last season where they had 5 points in one 9-point race. Roger Ray has gotten this team their only win this season, and Roger Ray not in the chase, but Carter Friesen doing everything he can to hold off Chavez for this win. You know, like I said, pretty impressive for Carter Friesen to get the pole and be able to hang on to the lead, because not a road racer, and Chavez's strength is. But Friesen has definitely learned from his road racing teammate there of Allison Rhodes, and probably had a road race as he is doing a very good job as the 76 car is slowly catching these two. The more Friesen stays in front of the 66, holding the 66 up, you see the gap between these two and the 76 is a lot closer. The last time we were on a road course, Jay Durrell did win it, but Grant Hoover, yes, it is Grant, not Garrett. Grant Hoover has won. He has won one of the road races this season. So Caleb Campbell Motorsports does have themselves also a good road course package, as Campbell won a road race last season and Hoover won a road race this season. I believe Hoover is the only other driver besides Durrell to win a road race this season. Yes, he is. We've had 3. 2 of them have been won by Durrell. The other one has been won by Hoover. So it just goes to show you the strength of that 43 car when it comes to these races. So we have 14 laps complete. 66 is getting very frustrated probably with this 32 car. You see the gap between the 66 and the 76. It's about 0.7 of a second. It was definitely over a second between those two cars a little bit earlier, but the 32 doing a very good job hanging on to it. It's pretty much a case where if Cesar Chavez wants to win this race, he's going to have to punt that 32 out of the way, and I don't think he is close enough to do it unless he just has the bonsai move. But if you bonsai move, it could end up being costly for yourself as well. So yeah, the 66 just has to hope that 32 makes a mistake. As here they come into pit road. Yes, I forgot. This is Watkins Glen. You obviously use a lot more, fuel than the normal speedway, and 23 laps at Watkins Glen is unable to be made. So I completely forgot about that. I definitely apologize. I forgot that he can't go 23 laps at Watkins Glen. You have to make a pit stop for some fuel. So that throws a wrench into this plan. There's a wrench into this plan. Jay Durrell is being scored the leader. He and Allison Rhodes, Harrison, they are among the cars that stayed out under this first wave of the green flag pit stops, as Durrell coming to the pits this time by. Now, last time Durrell he was able to take the lead after pit stops, but that was mostly due to the fact that he was running second, right behind Rhodes. He's right behind him, and however he was running eighth, coming before the pit stops began. So I don't think he's gonna end up with the lead unless his crew gives him a very, very, very quick pit stop. So Carter Friesen, who was the leader, he did come out ahead of Chavez and Downey as he comes to the back portion of the course. The question will be, can he get out before Durrell and Rhodes, as well as Harrison? Only time will tell, as here he comes to complete the lap. I have no idea if Durrell is still in his pit box. We're going to see. So here he comes. There goes people out of pit road. There goes is Durrell still on pit road? There's Harrison. I see Harrison. There's Rhodes. And here's Durrell. Oh, Durrell and Rhodes. They got close to Friesen. And Jay Durrell, he's getting up to speed. Jay Durrell. Oh my gosh, Jay Durrell. He's side by side with Friesen. He's got to get that car up to speed. But here he comes, Jay Durrell. Fantastic pit stop by the 43 team. Got himself right up to Friesen. Now the question is, can you do anything with it? Also, really good pit stop for Allison Rhodes. Got her up to fourth. I think this is the top four. I don't know if anyone else stayed out a second lap. But very good pit stop by Jay Durrell. It looks like it won't be a winning race move. It will be a top 5 move as the 66 car of Friesen quickly gets back around the 43 of Jay Durrell, and it's become to the line. Where is Friesen the leader? Carter Friesen is the leader. So yeah, good pit stops by Jay Durrell, by Allison Rhodes, getting themselves in the top 5. Also good pit stop for Robert Harrison, getting him in the top 10. Tip Foster also in the top 10 with his pit stop. So good stops for those 4 cars, putting themselves in a better position. Jay Durrell. I think Durrell and Rhodes' problem was the fact that they were too far back of Carter Friesen. If they were just a little bit farther up the field, the two of them probably would have been first and second. But yeah, like I said, just very good pit stop for the 43 and the 22, as well as the 25 and 44 car. And this will definitely help these 4 when it comes to the points. Rhodes, Downey, Durrell, and Friesen, as Gatlin Downey looking underneath a 43 car. Yeah, so definitely shows you that Jay Durrell does not have the best car today. But I think Jay Durrell and his entire team will be happy with the 4th place, as we have 18 laps complete. Cesar Chavez, I think, is closing in on our leader. I thought he was. Looks like it was. It was probably the downhill shot. So there's Rhodes up in 5th. Steven Carmona fell back to 7th place. He's trying to hang on to. He fell back to. He fell back to 7th, trying to get 6th from Hoover. Robert Harrison, also not having a very good pit stop. He's back here in 8th place. Yeah, and with him also not being a road racer, he will definitely take an 8th place. Shout out to a lot of pit crews today. There's Steinbach. There is Nicholas Way Jr. falling outside. No, falling outside the top 10. No, in the top 10. I'm sorry. You got Aaron Foster there for the 10th place. David Foster trying to hang on to the now 11th position. Yeah, he got himself a good pit stop. He was about 20. He was 20th. Got himself up to 10th. He fell outside the top 10, and now he's probably going to fall back to 12th before this race is over. Scott Roush, he had himself a very good pit stop. He was at the rear of the field before pit stops began. He came out in the 13th position, so pretty good pit stop for Scott Roush. There is Alex Panyaka. He was up in the top 10. His pit crew didn't really do a stellar job, but he's back in 15th. 15th is alright. 15th is a solid position to be in. Brian Shaw in 16th. Kyle Springer, he was back in the field. He's up to 17th. DJ Curtis, he was around 13th, 14th, so he fell to 18th, so that's about 4 spots lost. Caleb Campbell was pretty much right where he was. He was 19th. He's back to 20th. DJ Hanley, Giovanni Barraza, he was up in the top 10. Horrible pit stop for him. He fell all the way back to 20th, about 20th, as he's getting hounded by the 09 for that position. And you see some guys pretty much running right where they were when pit stops began. I didn't really see any huge stellar changes back here in the pack. There's Patrick Curtis. I don't know what happened to Patrick Curtis. That engine's probably not running good. That's probably the reason. Carter Friesen's lead is 1.6 over the 66 of Cesar Chavez. And this definitely is going to feel good for Carter Friesen. I don't think he's in position to win the championship, being 100 points back, and we got about 4 more races after this one. So yeah, he's not really in position to win. A lot of things need to happen for Friesen to, still have a chance for that championship. But he's definitely gonna move up the board in the championship hunt. He might get up to like 7th in the championship hunt. So coming around, we're gonna have 2 laps to go. 2 to go this time by for Carter Friesen here at Watkins Glen Raceway. And Friesen, the lead is 1.61, so the lead pretty much didn't change at all. But back here in the back portion of the top 5, Grant Hoover, he's been making moves. He got around Rhodes for that 5th position. Now it's Hound and Jay Durrell for the 6th position, and here is Stephen Carmona, Hound and Rhodes for the 6th position. So yeah, Durrell doing everything he can to hang on to a top 5. And as we're coming to the final lap to go, this time by this is the most interesting battle so far on the track, battle for the last positions into the top 5 and outside the top 5. There goes Hoover around Jay Durrell. Pretty good job for Hoover, outbreaking one of the best on these type of tracks. And Hoover will put himself back up into the 4th position, and that will put Jay Durrell back to 5th, as Rhodes still hanging on to the 6th position from Stephen Carmona. As white flag this time by, here's these 4 go up the hill right together. Also behind these guys, Nicholas Way Jr. got himself around Robert Harrison for the 10th position. Harrison has fallen outside the top 10. He got passed by the 49 and the 10 for those 2 positions, and now he's getting hounded by the 37 of Haley Wish. So Robert Harrison looks like he might end up with a 12th place in this race. See, there's Tim Foster. He's still hanging out in the 12th position, and Scott Ross still hanging out in 13th. You see there, we saw Wish. There she goes around Harrison. And Wish, pretty good job, pretty good car for Wish today. And she would go in and clear Wish. See, there is the final spots in the top 5 and the top 10. Carter Racing gets the win of the race. A very good win, almost 2-second lead win. So there is the top. There's the first 28 finishing positions. Friesen, Chavez, Downey, Hoover, Durrell, Rhodes, Carmona, Steinbach, Wade, and Wish are your top 10. Then Harrison, Foster, Roush, Yepes, Benyako, Curtis, Shaw, Springer, Campbell, and Hanley are your top 20, the rest of your top 20. Then Jeremiah Dwayne leads the rest of the top 30 with Smith, McGee. Cyrus McGee, the points leader, started back there around 23rd. He's finished 23rd. This will take a hit to his points lead. Finguy, McShane, Deverett, Onjak, Zinch, Roger Ray, Derek Hamill round at your top 30. You can see there from Jake Galloway down to Patrick Curtis. Patrick Curtis had some sort of issue with his car, causing him to get 3 laps down. Giovanni Brazza also had an issue as he finishes in 41st. So there is your race. Thank you all for joining me. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.